What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of K9 Top Podcast, y'all. This is the first episode for June, man. I want to welcome y'all here to start of summer. Man, y'all know what it is, man. We're here talking about the dogs right now. We got an interesting topic, something we were speaking on off camera, y'all. And I said, hold on, let's go ahead and share this real quick with everybody. And this is how I'm going to word it, y'all. As a breeder, let's say somebody wanted to get into breeding, maybe they had a stud, or female. They had it for a year and a half. Been watching whatever their breed of choice is, seeing what's going on, and wants to start a breeding program. What do you think would be their best bet? Would it be to go to a top name breeder? Because at the same time, let's say there's a dog like the Frenchies or the Bullies where there's a lot of competition. What is the best way they can get into that lane, man, and not, you know what I mean? Because y'all know right now it's hard. It's hard. Dogs ain't selling. And a lot of people, how we say, clout chasing. You know what I mean? So is that really needed? Do you need to go to them big names? Or what would be your steps to becoming a successful breeder in this atmosphere nowadays?
Yeah, I guess it's really what more so what you're doing it for.
Yeah, the business side, if you're just chasing money, you got to go to the big names. You know what I'm saying? But people, you see camps talking, they create their own lane, and you all you going to is big name dogs. So that's not really your lane. That's the stud owner's lane, really.
But before we get started, right? Let's just go ahead and do this, man. I think you'll kind of agree. Let's stop playing like we're not breeding to make some money. You know what I mean? A lot of people. Yeah. I hear that a lot. Oh, unless you're in it for money, come on now. Come on now.
But
if you want, ain't nobody doing nothing for sport. Yeah. Ain't nobody breeding these dogs just for the jolly go lucky. You expect to have a return. I ain't saying you trying to get rich. I'm not saying you trying to be the next Bill Gates. But everybody's looking for a return on their investments. So come on, y'all. Let's stop all that. Oh, if in it for the money and man, come on. Everybody's in it for the money. We in the United States of America.
But if we being real,
and everything costs.
If we being real, most people just breaking even.
Oh,
barely breaking even. If we being real, most. I would say about 80% of those breeders is just breaking even.
Of course, everybody's breaking even, but that's with any business. You start a restaurant. Your first 5 years, you probably gonna break even.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? We're back to, come on now, this is still a business. You know what I mean? Breaking even is part of the game. It's how long can you break even? Because you get to a point, you break even long enough, you're gonna eventually see a profit. Mm-hmm. So where does that come into? You know what I mean? How do you see that profit? What do you think the best? You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I can't ask you because you're doing it just for fun.
I ain't saying I'm doing it just for fun.
At what point do you think you start seeing profit?
You're not doing it just for fun, but you don't. You ain't seeing nobody trying to create a bloodline.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't do that out crossing the 50 different dogs. I mean, it's like I say, cloud chasing. That's where it's at. It ain't really.
That's it.
If the dog's gonna last 10 years, that don't even seem like it's the goal no more.
But how do we get to the point for people that, and even though I'm saying everybody in some form or fashion is trying to get money in this, but there is people that love their dogs, you know what I mean, and going about it the right way, but still they look for a return on investment. How does a new breeder get to that point? You know what I mean? Who got the love for the dogs, that's doing all the homework, got their knowledge, but at the same time too, there's so many people on top of you. So many obstacles to get through. How do they get to that point?
Like you said, it's just like a business. You got to put your business plan together. You got to put
it's like this. Just because you breed to that top stud, I guarantee you won't be getting the prices that stud on get.
No. You might get lucky and get one or two.
One, but the majority of that little, guess what you selling them for? You're not getting it. Especially a new breeder, they ain't gonna tell you that. Some of them might help you promote. They might post it too, or you know what I'm saying. But other than that, they ain't gonna put you in front of themselves.
They do that.
I just think more of like when you're getting into it, it's more having a vision first. You gotta have a vision what you want. If you're going out of a bully, do you want to start nano style? Do you want to start like XL? Do you want to start micro? So you got to kind of put your vision together. So just like a business plan, you got to put that together. Now you got to do your job. So okay, then Should I go after this big name dog to start this off? Should I go after a dog with a large head, not with the structure? So once you put your business plan together and, start kind of talking to people and start paying attention to the market, then you'll be able to start taking necessary steps to get to the goal. But you're gonna be breaking even like here and there. You're gonna make some money, then you're gonna run into like dogs dying, sick, dog food, medical issues. You're gonna run into the problem, but what help you get over the top is the consistency and consistency of breeding and producing good dogs. Long as you able to produce good dogs consistently and your name getting out there, then eventually you're gonna be over that hump.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this from your breeding program. When I met you, you was pushing Gucci. Now, what was your vision then? I know it's changed now. Where was your vision then with Gucci? And did it come from him? Did it come from his bloodline? How did you start and incorporate? Okay, where you was then? How did you get to now? What was you thinking about in your process back then?
Okay, great question. Well, my first friendship, of course, I got it from Sid. So, me and him talking with him, he had more friendships than me. So, just talking to him and getting an idea like what kind of vision, what I would like to do. And so, I seen Gucci, and I said, okay, then I like Gucci. Sid agreed, that's a good dog. So, getting Gucci. When I seen Gucci, I said, okay, I like his structure and what I don't like. And so, what I didn't like is just the height. He wasn't too big, but he wasn't my vision. He was just the starting point. So now my vision is to shorten him down. So what I start doing is start breeding the different females or whatever, and seeing what I'm liking, seeing what he producing, seeing how many coming out short, small, and stuff like that. So I ended up doing the line breeding, breeding Gucci to his niece. And when I did that, she had 6 puppies, and 4 of them came out pretty small. So what I did was I picked Gigi, which you see a Gucci daughter. She was the smallest one. So now I got Gucci daughter. Now I say, okay, this is my chance to make a smaller Gucci. I took Gigi daughter out across the blood to Gold Link, which he's a small Frenchie, 13 pounds. And now I produce my boys, Jackpot and Cashpot, which is off the Gucci line. So my vision was to get Gucci down. It took me 3 years, but I got Gucci down to Jackpot and Cashpot. Also, I'm still able to keep the bloodline, my bloodline within them.
Pause. Have you made any money doing this?
No, I haven't made no money in 2 years.
And let me ask you this. The way you're going, making it smaller, is that based off the bloodlines you got it from? Because they're smaller dogs? Or, what I'm trying to say is, are you doing it because that's what the market is looking for right now, or is that your vision?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you know what I mean? Why are you going in that direction?
Both. It's my vision, also the market, because the game always looking to evolve. Okay. And it's always looking like what's out there's hot. And right now, my boys, like I said, they're 15 pounds short, crazy. So my vision is what they are, and the market is what they are. So now what I have to do is come with consistency of having puppies like my studs. So that's when I'm that's why I probably get over the hump. Because with the consistency, when I'm bringing Jackpot and Cashpot, they're my favorite studs. But also, I like for everyone to have their own Jackpot and Cashpot. So to do that, just paying attention to what they produce, bringing it back to them, and so hopefully everything will work out like that.
Gotcha. So it sounds like to me that sometimes clout chasing can get misconstrued as just good breeding practices. Because what made you start going to the breeders that you're taking your dogs to? Are they not big names? Are they not leading the game in the smaller dogs?
Yeah, but see,
when we get that clout chasing, that would seem like it's kind of smart. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of crazy to go get a dog that don't nobody know about. It seems like really to be a good breeder, you got to, you know what I mean? You got to go to that good bloodline, and more than likely that bloodline is going to be at the top.
I would say start with a good bloodline, but like if you gonna keep on, okay, I went here, then I went here, then I went here. Okay, where your program at? Where's your program? Where's your program at with all these different damn? Okay. That's not your lane. It's now you got a scatterbread mess at the end of the day. Now you know what I'm saying. Once you put it all together,
and I see, and then there's what the clout chasing is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Okay. Because I was trying to understand that right there, but I get what you're saying because it can be good breeding, smart breeding. At the same time, too, like he said, if every 3 to 6 months, this breeding didn't work out, you're going over here, you're going over here, you're going over here. Now you're clout chasing.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. You know, you can breed, you can sit here and breed this ragged ass dog to 1,000 different big names. Where you at? Your shit ain't nowhere in there. You ain't never gonna be known for it. You know, the big time guys. You know, they it took them a while to get there. It didn't just happen overnight. It take them years and years. Just like Jamie say, you go 2 years, you might not make no money on no dog. Trying to create your own lane. You know.
That's what
I'm in my 3rd gen now. You know what I'm saying? I have made some money along the way, but I guarantee you I'd have lost a lot.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get there, you know.
But when you get there.
Yeah, when you see it now, when you see it just to me it feel better. It feel better than me just I went to Crown and I got something that looked like Crown. But that's Crown. You know, that ain't what Joe made, you know.
Why go to you when they can go back to the source?
And they can go back to Crown. What's gonna separate your dog? What separates your dog from the big name you went to?
It almost kind of seems like too, really, unless that big name something happens to it, a lot of the offspring really ain't gonna have that shine yet. Y'all believe that? Or are there any Crown dogs that are get to his level yet?
Like I say, I can't say his level, but like you got Hallmark and all that. Now them boys do, you know, they real. Now I ain't saying don't do it. But you know what I'm saying? But something in that guy's program, which I think he took it to an extreme bloodline. I think it may be Golden Child, maybe or something. I ain't sure about the
who you talking about?
Hallmark.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it was 5 of them. You know, little mates, and all of them took whole little was bad. But see, a lot of people wouldn't have took something exotic as Crown to what he took it to. And I mean, you got to step out on that limb. That's what separates Hallmark from Crown. Mm-hmm. You know,
Hallmark, right?
I don't know. I've never seen anyone. I can't say.
Oh, you didn't see Crown?
Yeah, we never. You know, we see Crown dogs all the time, and they look like Crown, but I've never seen. Yeah. I can't say who's smaller, but you can tell they built different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Let me go a little left real quick. I'm gonna start with Sale with this. You had made comment about. You just made a comment, something that kind of hit with me. Said, do you think, what are some practice or something that's kind of off the wall that you think that something maybe you ain't tried or seen that maybe people need to try to create that? Because like you said, he took it to a dog you never even would have thought to take it to.
I mean, you just don't see it.
Is there any other practices like that? You know what I mean? That you think for a new breeder or somebody that's trying to maybe do something differently, like maybe this might be it. Stop looking at them dogs and maybe take it to something else. There are any practices like that you've seen over the years that work.
I mean, at the end of the day, you want to take it to something that's going to add to what you got. So if you got a female that's...
So don't do nothing crazy.
Yeah, if you got a female that's got a small head, you take it to a male that's got a small head, what you going to get 9 times out of 10?
Something crazy.
Something with a small head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, pause. Hey, yo. Yeah, I think y'all need to go in the house.
Y'all see this going on.
In the backyard.
In the backyard. There you go.
Yeah,
it's a baseball over there.
I thought that was a limit for real.
Oh, right,
yeah.
Boy, you already that's like this dog like right here. Brother got kids.
Well, for you, JoJo, same question I was asking Jamie. Since when I first met you, you know what I mean, back when you and it's been 3 years now.
Probably been longer than that, man.
Hell yeah, it's been some time. What have you did differently in your program or done changed up? Well, drastically from then till now.
All right. Well, first I had my first. I kind of done rebuild maybe 2-3 times now. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, it's gonna happen. But like I started with pound cake. I had my females around breedings for him.
Yeah.
He died early. So, kind of sitting out there, didn't know which way to go with it, I breed other people's stud, but I had to go get another stud that I liked, and that was a bloodline that I liked, you know what I'm saying? So I went and got a stud off of that bloodline, heavy blooded with, what I wanted, and, kind of rebuilt, but I still got, like, what I got now is my third gen off of pound cake. So I still got my blood that I was working that I started with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm incorporating it. I ran bones to pound cake's daughter, and I got a daughter off of that breed, and I'm gonna run that to bone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna inbred that and see what we get, because I'm I'm at the height now that I got. Now I just got to make the body the head.
Okay. Now, is there any colors you work with too? I see here you say nothing about that.
Well, like with what Bones is throwing, he's gonna be chocolates, lilacs, and platinums. He's pretty much. He's throwing a black dog, but that's from the mama side or something. But like his blood is heavy chocolate, heavy lilac.
Is in the dog game or in the bully world, is there any color that's really pushing right now that more people are looking for right now? It's kind of up in the air.
Like I say, try Merle. It ain't really. As far as I hadn't seen anything new coming out. Like I say, Tri-Merle is pretty much the highest level of color you can get. You can throw out, but like I say, it's like Bindles. It's gonna be there. Once it's there, it's in your program.
Okay. So would you say in the bully world structure, that headpiece is gonna overrun color all day? Because I know in Frenchy world it's more color. Because I know you said something about them creams. It's hard to beat a cream.
Yeah.
So is it where color in the Frenchy world can sometimes beat out structure, and in the bully world is more? It got to be that structure that
competition wise, color is not gonna beat structure.
Okay.
It depends if you want these luxury pretty pinks and you know what I'm saying, it's something new, rojos or whatever, all that. You know what I'm saying? That's the salesman side. But if you sitting here and you gonna throw this bad boy in a ring, especially a confirmation show, that ain't gonna fly.
The thing is,
it got to be right.
Yeah, it's got to be built right.
What
you know what I'm saying?
No matter what the color is, nothing beating structure.
Now, sales point color all day. You got to have color now, because you can't come in here with a black mask on. That's probably, to me, I hate that color. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I do not like that color.
See, that's your job for us as a breeder, paying attention to the market and able to incorporate the structure and the color into your program, because you can just run with structure. Like, for instance, if I had like Brenda Frenchies is one of the ones that with the best structure, Brenda and cream. But if I have a yard full of Brenda dogs but excellent structures, guess what? The market, they don't care about that. But the Brenda, it's not selling on the market.
I ain't gonna say that. It's a market for it. Yeah. But that's your show market. That's your show dog.
But you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna pay versus if it had color.
You're not gonna get top dog.
So for instance, you can take a lilac and tan dog that got the same structure as the Brenda dog. Yeah. Right? The Brenda dog probably gonna sell for $2,000. That lilac and tan sell for $45. Yeah, that's different. But you gotta have a balance in somewhere, because you need the original dogs with that structure to add into your program. So you got to have a copy of Pie. Some dogs got a copy of Brenda. But you don't want, I don't want no Brenda in my program, period. I don't like Brenda dogs. Because to each his own. It's something that look good. But from a market standpoint, man, it kind of destroys the value of your dog.
I understand it, man, because my last litter with Layla and Lucky, they had a lot of Bindles and Fawns. And no lie, they was the better structured dog, but they were harder to sell. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But
even with your breed, that was
hard. Even mine, you know what I mean? Because unfortunately, people
Bullets too, right?
But you know what? That's in every dog.
I think that's people don't like them.
Well, it's first of all, if you selling this eye test, you can, people fall in love with the picture first. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to pass the eye test, and you pulling up with a Brenda, and I'm sitting here with this pretty lilac and tan with tan points and all this. I kind of don't really, unless I'm in competition, I ain't really caring about if this one got a little bit more bone than that one.
Yeah.
I want it to be cute, and I can take family pictures with this one, this one, Brenda, and just ain't that cute, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. Luckily enough, in my breed, some people understand, like, really having a dog that's gonna guard and gonna scare people away. A lot of times, boy, you can't beat a Brindle, boy. We'll come around the corner, boy, they see a Brindle, anything with the ears sticking out. They're like,
Even in the bully world, though, man, Brindles have like the tightest skin, like the structure be on point with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Man, I had a chocolate Brindle female, and I swear, man, you go to the vet, they like, man, they can't even they can't even point for just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people just don't want that in their program, though.
Yeah. It's a dominant gene.
Yeah.
It dominates your whole.
And I see it take over.
Yeah, it
does.
Yeah.
You behind that girl whelping it for them. They just keep jumping out like, God damn, you gonna throw me some color? God damn, that's 5 Brindles already, baby. Come on, mama.
I'm still waiting on that lilac child. I'm getting all white.
Listen, you just watching like, oh damn, girl.
Ain't no good feeling there.
Yeah, boy.
I don't even want to experience that.
And like I say, that's where it go back to, man. Like I say, y'all say, and now a lot of people, when you talk about it, hate talking about money in this dog game. I guess with some people throw it out there and show it, before they even talk about their dogs and get away with it. But, for a smaller breeders, a lot of time, when you start talking about trying to make $1, it's, oh, Lord, damn, you all about the money. But at the end of the day, like y'all say, man, a lot of times we're just trying to break even and keep these dogs alive.
Like I say,
make your money.
Yeah.
But shit, like I say, really now the last right 2 years, I haven't made nothing. I don't pay for like 3 C-sections. I don't lost
in the hole.
Yeah, I'm in the hole. But I got some shit though. You know what I'm saying? Then my investments is coming up. So it's one thing when you get into it, man, you gotta realize you're gonna take your losses. You're gonna go through you're gonna be going through days you might cry. It's tough being a breeder. There's a lot of decisions you got to make. You have to be knee deep in this shit. Because you got to pay attention to the market. You got to be ready to switch your program up. Because you can have a vision, but man, if people are not seeing your vision or if it's not out there, then you just
thousands to have pets at the house.
Yeah, so it's a lot, man.
Like now it ain't even like the number game. You can kill that having an ass of dogs. That ain't good. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're in for a lot of work hurt.
Unless you got the clientele.
Unless you got, but that is hard to build in an overpopulated market.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, depending on your dog breed too, man.
It's super overpopulated right now, and it's just like you need to be like really looking like, okay, now I need to really go in this lab and bring this quality out. Something different. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, man, I ain't even gonna bring their name up. Y'all probably know them. I just had that Caprice for sale on Marketplace.
Yeah. I
had one dude call message me about he got a friendship with one to trade. Another dude talk about a bull. I said, well, listen, I couldn't fix myself to offer a dog up for a trade, man. Even though it's barter. I don't know if you were asking me if it was something I really or if it was worth it. I ain't about to trade no dog for no car. Nah, he just ain't doing that right there. I don't want a dog that damn badly.
When somebody want to give a call where hit me up,
but see, it was the other way. You know, they want to give me a dog. You don't need no dog. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, how you even know a person even want a dog? I don't know. Unless somebody got to me and was like, hey, man, could you throw one of them dogs in? Because, like, one time before, years ago, I had a litter and dude had a paint shop. And I almost messed with him. He was like, man, I want a dog so I can paint a car for you. Well, I almost jumped on his ass.
People do that all the time in business. You know, they're doing tit for tat. You know, like I provide a service, you provide a service. And so people do that all day long.
It depends, but you know, it just depends on your needs. Right. Because if you think about them two, they offer you dogs. They looked at your profile.
Mm-hmm.
They seen that you in the dog game. So they probably just like, fuck it. You got them, you know.
Oh, I almost thought about it for a second. I'm like, damn, if I get that Frenchie, boy, I might be able to fuck with Jamie.
I bet you won't be one of them.
Listen, I'm trying to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up because they're local. Listen. I'm trying to bring it up. The way they talk about they had some puppies. Like, boy, listen. You can get one of these for that car.
Hold off, man. Hold off.
Now, check this out. Now, if it was an adult female, maybe.
Oh, it's already, you know, it's going to be ready to work.
If she had a little before, now it's different. Because now you might can take that 25 or 3,000 selling for it, and you might can get 6 or 7.
Listen, I thought about it for a second, but I was like, I got too much going on. Like I said, I didn't think about that point, but like you say, hell, if she could have puppies, hell, run into something you got real quick. She throw me a 4-5 piece. Shit, I'd have made more than I would have made off that car. But I could imagine bringing the Frenchie to the house. Boy, them little yellow motherfuckers. Well, I already got the 2 Maltese. Boy, listen, that dude, man, he be yelping to get out the cage, let him outside, then he get to barking at the back door. Like, make it make sense.
Now, do they get along with the big dogs?
Everybody stays out their way. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a problem with them. They go out the yard. Big dogs kind of just look at them every once in a while. They might sniff them and just like,
They
don't
want no.
Like, my dog really look at them like they're not no threat. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then they're older. You know what I mean? Because we had the Maltese before we got all our big dogs. So our Maltese, they're like, I think our boy about 12 years old.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? So he old man.
He old man.
Yeah. And then the female, she's fixed. You know what I mean? But she actually damn near like the, but she don't. That's one thing I'll say. Them big dogs, for some reason, they do not mess with them little dogs.
But probably because they know they ain't
older and no threat. Yeah. And they don't pose a threat. Because that's one thing, like, I tell people a lot of time with them guardian breeds, they're not like a pit bull that's just game to get at anything. Like, whatever they get on, it's a threat, or they try to put dominance and that other dog and bow down. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times with them bigger dogs, as long as the other dog succeeds or, gets itself into a position, submissive position, man, they'll go ahead and let it fly all day. Where pit bull, like, go and lay down and get easy access. This motherfucker, easy access.
You roll over your want to.
I quit. No.
That's that.
To piggyback off, like, what we were going to talk about when you saying the market or whatever. We were talking about the market when Joe said, it's how the market's tough to sell. But we touched on it before because the market, like, a lot of people letting a lot of shit go by. Mm-hmm. And it sometimes it start with the dog shows, how the judges okaying like wild, crazy bowls and trash. Yeah. So they get other motherfuckers inspiration outside looking in, like, damn, maybe I need to produce this one. Especially maybe it's in the local little county. Yeah. A dog show. Maybe I need to do some shit like that. Dogs have crazy ass arms, skinny as hell. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes these dog shows, man, these judges, they letting this bullshit get by. Because if people don't give these dogs no goddamn trophies, they look like shit. Yeah. Maybe they'll switch it up to the ones that kind of look good.
You win a most exotic trophy, and the motherfucking dog got a goddamn swoop like that in their back and shit.
But you know why? You know why I think that won't happen? From what I've seen, is there's not enough money to turn anybody away. So they're gonna take anybody's money when it comes to that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
So that's why they wait to do the damn fun show.
You know what I mean? They can't.
No. You can put them
They can, but they ain't.
Yeah, they should win.
They should win.
They should win.
No, they should win because when you win, you give them hope.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Okay. I see.
You give them hope.
Winning dogs. Yeah.
The
winning dogs.
Yeah, the ones. If you see these dogs fucked up and judge them about most, like they talking about most exotic, most this and that, when they got big ass fucking sway backs, they feet is just crazy, everything like that. Man, get that trash out of here. Because they got to stop. You got to set some kind of standard. No, if they pay to get in that class, you have to be a judge and understand that you got to stop the bullshit. They can't win. They can. Yeah, your dog look good, but they can't win. You can't. You got to pick something that's ugly, but not something with the fucked up confirmations because they got to stop. Because people breeding them confirmation after confirmation getting fucked up.
But see in the bullet world, well, you know what the excuse is?
They make it. It's a
fun show.
Yeah. I'm saying it's a fun show. It's the difference between a fun show and a sanctuary show.
Yeah. I understand that, but I'm just saying. The ones that you can kind of just say, man, damn, this dog don't even be here.
But even with the fun show, man, you gotta.
The fun show is really to capture that money and get your dog.
Yeah, but the fun show need to have some kind of structure. Because you know what I'm saying, you'll get a best black dog and one be perfect structure. Well, just because this one little and you know what I'm saying, that and then the judge be somebody that might own a dog. Or...
But you know what? I think at the same time too, like what you were saying, and I heard other people saying that exotic means false. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you can't. People are. And I've heard other breeders who breed bullies. They breed for false. They want the bow and all that. So it's like it's kind of no matter what we saying right here. Because like I say, they're breeding for that crazy look.
I'm gonna say,
you know what I mean?
More bulldog.
I tell you what,
that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, it's 7:44. I got a topic, but how many minutes you think we already like? How many minutes y'all think we need to touch on the topic to end it?
About 15 minutes.
15. All right, the topic. The thing: should judges be allowed to show their dogs in other dog shows?
Hell no. Wait. What you mean?
So if I'm a judge and I go to JoJo's show and show my dog in his show.
Yeah. Should it be a standard? Only people that judges is retired breeders. No. Because this the reason. No. This the reason. Because you don't been in the game. You're a judge. I'm a judge. You come to my show. I'm not going. Is you gonna be in my top 3? You as a judge. I mean, you don't broke bread. What about Daryl? You see what I'm saying?
I don't think that's always the case, though.
No, so, but listen, bullshit.
But when I see, I don't think I'm not. Are you seeing that out there? I'm not seeing that really.
The Rachel, like the Frenchie, the French word. If you go right now, if you go to any dog show on YouTube, like type in like bully shows 2024, 25, the majority of the people in the top 3 is fucking judges. Yeah. Top 3, top 5. Now you gonna have some rinky-dinks here.
But see. Okay, serious shows, they've studied the confirmation. They're going to have an advantage. That don't mean they associated with that registry.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And which one you talking about? I'm talking about like the fun shows. But
the excuse is, them don't even have to be trained judges. That could be a fucking rapper.
Anybody.
Yeah. Anybody. That could be a local fucking celebrity judging dogs. I mean, you know, that ain't, that's the whole excuse with that. It's a fun show. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they still need to, fuck that fun show shit. You know, you here for you got a confirmation, but this side, like somebody could have a beautiful ass dog and lose.
Like for instance, if you go to June's show, right, and when you go to his show,
if June judge, he can play that.
Like just say you go to June's show, he's not the judge, but it's 10 dogs, 7 of them is breeders. There's like there's no judges. Do you think that's fair? I ain't talking about no one hit wonder. Nah, I'm talking about known breeders. There's judges all around. Is that fair? If we in the ring, 7 people in there, 5 of them is top judges.
Top judges or top breeders?
No, top judges. Like they judge other shows. So meaning like, is it fair that the judges being there because they can take away from other breeders' shine, or they feel obligated to win?
How you even know they're a judge? Yeah. How you even know that?
Everybody would know that
if you knew. Because like when I go to dog shows now, you see them in there.
Yeah, like you would know that.
But I don't think most people ain't gonna know. You know what I think it comes down to too? People gotta realize
I know it.
In this dog world or anything, man, it's not only your dog, it's you too, public relations, right? Yeah. If you're gonna enter yourself into this world, like you need to be shaking hands, you need to be talking to these people.
Network.
Because with anything, you know, to the big league at the AKC show, let's believe ain't nobody that's coming through like all the people who you see running in the ring with grand champions, they know each other. They done had conversations. They done talked. So it's like, at that point, then you really cannot be shitted on because like, well, we done talked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what it is. If you really get serious in this world, you need to be talking to people.
Well, but see, you got, now you going that far with AKC, you got trained judges.
That's different now. Yeah. I mean, AKC.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they train these
but they know every person. Them judges know them. The judges are like you say, they're top level, but every one of them people who's running around with the dog, they're not a lot of times the owners. They're handlers. And they're the top in the world.
Yeah.
So them judges know who the handlers is, right? And them handlers know, like, motherfucker, I know.
Yeah.
It's like we know each other.
But,
you know what I mean?
It's good.
It's like
it's good to kind of know your judges too, what they're gonna look for.
So,
because I mean, even with a fun show, June gonna pick the clean it out. That's just him. He don't care about that clout and all this. Oh, he got the crazy. No, he gonna pick the clean it out.
At that top level, you got standards, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more like you say on that lower fun level, where, like I say, it's gonna kind of come into hell. Like I say, if you might have bumped this dude, or you might have gotten into an argument at the desk, like. You You know what I mean? And word got around like, yeah, he was tripping when he came to the door. That could sway everything.
It can.
Yeah, sway everything. Like, bitch, I was just trying to get in the show. You tripping? We'll give my people a band. Now everybody looking at you crazy.
Now you a problem. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a funny world, man. We live in.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I guess I don't know, man. I guess because of what I don't see, man, and when I be looking on TV and shit, and then I'm like, damn, man, like I see like it's like 3 or 4 judges that judge a lot, and they just in the top 5, top 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm thinking myself, damn, if I'm in that position, I'm looking down. Do I got a shot?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you going into the competition and you see like 5 judges in there that you know.
But see, that's what we go back to. Like,
well, that's why shows faltering though, because ain't no integrity in it. You got integrity in an AKC show. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's a standard. It's
level.
A standard. It's a level. You know, that's why people keep doing AKC shows.
Yeah.
That's why these bully shows are dying slowly, because now I'm not spending my fucking money to get in here with some bullshit and loot.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
And it might not. You might have a worse dog than what you get. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes it be blatant, man. I can't stand to see a fucking damn drag car win at a show. It
happen all day.
Yeah, you nano in the front, but you micro in the back. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's more inclined to happen if don't nobody know you.
Yeah.
If you that new phase, I believe you can have one of the best dogs in the world, you know, and they'll probably be talking about you like, damn, boy, that boy dog look good, but
Mr. Popular
they don't know you like that, man. So they ain't about to choose you too quick, man. So I just think, you know, it's kind of like, even if you don't like these people, you just kind of bulldog your way, like, you know, introduce and speaking every time at every one of these shows and let them know, like, I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean?
So that's basically what you're saying. In sum everything up, basically popularity gonna win.
Yeah.
Shows.
Nah, I ain't gonna say popularity gonna.
Yeah, I will say, I salute ICBR, the one we went to. You know, because that cat, didn't nobody know that cat that was winning or that was standing beside us?
So it did.
You know what I'm saying? He had a nice ass dog. You know what I'm saying? But the shows ain't always like that.
Yeah.
Like just when I went out there with that Bitcoin class, I put Bones right beside the camp that I got him from. Ate him. They should have won. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't complain because to me, that was a better dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think with the ICBR, with the registry, you know, and they're a big name and they got a lot of people paying and signing up for the registry, their standards got to be high.
Yeah.
Even though the people that's coming in there is still that hood and you know what I mean?
But I feel like it's more of a cleaner.
Yeah. So they got a standard they got to hold where.
Yeah. Now like with the ICBR, whatever, like the American Bully class, it's a standard. Yeah. And none of them motherfuckers coming in Hollywood sway back.
No, they really stringy. Yeah.
Can you present that like in like exotic, like in the nano? Like, look, your dog can be nano, but he can't have no sway backs or whatever.
And that's hard to do with a nano. Like it's coming. They are getting smaller. It's coming.
Like the dog Pacquiao.
But see, like I ain't seen him in person though.
That shit.
See, I always go to Kobe, you know, because I've seen Kobe several times. He still look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be coming like that. That should be kind of where the standard should be, something like that.
Yeah.
Big head, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because if you start setting their standards, then they'll clean up some of the breeding. Because people know they can't bring no bullshit.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you go to them dog show and you look at when you see them American Bullies, they on the thicker side and taller than the micro, but the motherfucker's head, every last one of them got the headpiece. Color pattern look good. Top line straight, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at them dog show American Bully, you be like, damn, it'd be hard to pick that one. Because it's a standard there. Yeah. But when you go to the fun show, it's exotic. But I think exotic can be somewhat with a standard.
Should be. But
I mean, I know exotic is exotic.
You know, but to me, that fall back on the host, though, man. Like, the host need to set those standards. When you picking the judges now, I'm the host telling y'all, like, well, look, when you picking the best pocket or best whatever, nano, whatever it may be, what you judging for, what you looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because you picking the judges at the end of the day.
That's what JoJo said. You gotta know your judge.
You gotta know your judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And see, like you maybe, I don't know if you can come up with, or they get in this ring, you know,
what the standards
what's the standard for
A prejudge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just
Yeah,
But
like
it's a fun show.
even
Can't
just
be no
have
standard. Can't be no
Yeah,
standard.
it's a fun show.
It's
yeah,
a fun,
but that's
show, but
the
you gotta have some
damn
I think
excuse though. That's the
No,
it's a
okay,
fun show.
not standard, integrity. Because there ain't gonna be no standard there on what dog, but people gotta have integrity. You know that dog looking better, this or that.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to the fun show. I might just like this dog.
Yeah,
In my heart,
and it's the
I might
judges.
just like this
And
dog.
it's messed up because you might have a judge that like freaking fucked up dogs,
Yeah.
and you got your boy could be perfect and he don't get picked, and that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying.
You give me the red listen. I'm liking all the Brindles.
Yeah. You know, boy, they'll tell you.
Hell no, I ain't going to
Or pick all Brindles is a rap.
If he's a man,
I am not going to there.
No, that show ain't. You ain't never gonna get another damn ticket sale.
I'm taking pictures after the show with it and everything. But it's it.
I'm picking all brothers. Yeah, you ain't gonna be a judge no more. You gonna be all over there in a bit.
They got them. You on his ass.
Ooh.
That's what's up, man. But reminder, man, hey y'all, we're still working on trying to put us a show together. I don't know if it's gonna be end of this year, maybe start of next year, right before the weather when it's cool, maybe springtime, y'all. But we definitely gonna put something together. It's gonna be like I say, all dogs involved, man. Whatever dog, whatever breed you got, we're gonna have a category, and I'm gonna be there judging all the Brindles. That's gonna be my category, listen. It will be a Brindle category. Hey, with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all coming in, man. Like I say, first video in June, y'all know we'll be back next couple of days, man. Be checking for us. Make sure y'all hitting that like, subscribe, share it, man. Let somebody know about the K9 Talk podcast, man. We definitely growing. We definitely gonna be here for the long haul, man. We definitely can't wait to see y'all.
That's it. We gonna roll it like that, but